Your chimney mortar cap, just put that on pretty wet. When that dried out, of course, that creates quite a bit of deterioration up there. Somebody needs to get there and just seal that with a elastomeric coating. Your gutters are loose and in multiple locations. Get all those resecured, get those repositioned, re-sloped, go back toward the home. You got some gutters that are clogged, normal time to service and clean all the gutters.
There's a lot, so this probably would be good with gutter covers, huh?
Yes, very much could be some gutter covers on this. Downspout extensions, missing the elbow. We want the direct away so it's not pouring at the foundation. Recommend getting splash blocks next to the foundation. You got some deterioration outside, some of your soffits, some of your wood, some of your fascia boards, just kind of hit and miss all over the home. You got some paint peeling at the exterior. It's pretty widespread throughout the home, just normal time to service or paint the house. You got some cracking at the front of the home. Again, nothing structurally concerned about on that. You got some loose trim at the left front corner of the home. Get that re-secured. You got some caulking that's missing outside. Normal time to service and clean that up. You got some loose siding at the rear of the home. Just get that put back up on there. You got a side entry door weather strip that's just not sealing up. It's a garage entry door. Seal that up. You have damaged glazings in multiple locations. Just time to reglaze the windows. You got some damaged screens outside. You got deterioration at your driveway. You got some cracking and even at your front sidewalk. This is the cracking at the rear porch. You got some insufficient slope, to do with all that.
So obviously there's a lot of peeling paint. Was there much wood rot that was like softwood?
Not a whole lot of softwood outside. There's a few pieces, like there's a soffit trim piece over here. There's some soffit at the front where it's leaked. The old roof on this home leaked quite a bit. So there's some catch pans and stuff up there. But so you've got, several pieces of wood that need to be replaced, but it's more because of where it's at.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it, because it's soffits and stuff, which require a little bit more work to get those replaced.
Okay.
Vegetation, just trim that off the home. You got a little water staining at the garage ceiling. Nothing wet today. This is probably prior to the current roof. Your garage ceiling is incomplete, so we should try to seal off between the home and the attic and the garage there, just for fire safety. You got one cracked glass at your garage door. Replace that window. The weather strip is damaged at your garage door. Get that replaced. So you got some crackings at some areas of the interior as well. Nothing I'm structurally concerned about. Normal cracking with sealed crawl space houses. You got a stain at the wall of the left rear bedroom closet. Don't really know where that stain came from, so talk to them what's the history on that. The ceiling's missing at the mechanical closet. When they put the new furnace in, they just didn't get all the ceiling pieces back in. Again, fire safety thing. Stain on the ceiling of the living room. Something's been wet. I'll show you catch basins in just a few minutes. Stain on the ceiling of the hot water tank closet as well. This is technically improper step height. It's too tall right there. It is what it is. Your bathroom cabinet doors all need adjustment. They're rubbing on the different areas and won't close properly. Same thing as your upper closet doors as well. Those just need a little adjustment so they'll close and latch properly. Got a gap back here. Just seal this up to keep moisture from getting down behind the parts. Several doors in the home need adjustment. We labeled them like normal. You got a couple windows that would not work. They were stuck. I didn't get too rough with them. Some of them would come open, but they'd only come open partially. Trim it all up. No guide hardware at the bottom of your closet doors. Put that guide hardware on there. Master bedroom door is a little bit damaged.
That door was really sticky.
It was. Some blinds are not installed properly. They don't have the clips to hold them in, so if you pull on, the blinds come out. You got key lock at one of your doors. We never recommend key locks.
Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked. It's a closet door. Damaged window frame at the left rear bedroom. It's old windows. It kind of happens over time. No screens at some of your windows. Your access door underneath the home, pretty tight. Doesn't meet today's standards. They could think about enlarging that to make it easier to get underneath there. My recommendation would be taking out some of this lower block to give yourself a little bit of, once you're in there, it's okay. You do have some limited access just because of your ductwork underneath there, and then you've got up here that's in the wrong direction. This is an intermediary pier. It's not a pier that actually holds up the home. This is the one that takes the bounce out of the floor. You see the gaps in the holes? These are the catch basins up in the attic. So around the chimney, around that front valley, back over the master bedroom back there in the left bedroom. Nothing wet in those buckets today, so it tells me it's probably prior to the current roof. Your main and master bath toilets are loose to the floor, get those tightened up. Your master bath sink drains slowly when I tested that. Probably got some hair or debris on that drain.
You don't think that's to do with the roots, maybe?
No, this is at the main, because I'm not holding water in the actual drain line itself. Okay. Gap at the the main bath tub fixture, seal up all around there, just keep moisture from getting in there. And just a little damaged finish at your main bath sink fixture. Nothing leaking today. Both of your valve stems leaked at the main bath sink fixture, so we'll get those adjusted, tightened up. This is your hot water temperature, working great. This is how I found that leaking valve stem. I just happened to be taking a picture. I'm like, oh, look at there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Your hot water tank gas vent doesn't have proper clearance for combustibles. Get all that material trimmed back. When they replaced the roof on the home, so this is the old original 1x material, they did redeck the entire deck. So you do have proper continuous nailing surface on that. Your TMP line, they use the old galvanized pipe. It has threads on it. We just recommend hacksawing that off to get the threads off there. We don't want anybody screwing something on there and overriding the TMP. And then there's no sediment trap for the gas line on that. Your vent is improperly connected. And then they've got, it's too close to the sheetrock as well. And I'll combine some of these comments to make them look better. You do have debris at your, you got screen caps at your combustion air supplies. The problem with that, it's full of debris. No sediment trap at the gas furnace vent as well. Your main fuel shutoff is at the gas meter at the back of the property. Technically, your service lines are too low. The city will be just fine with it because they said 9 feet is okay inside the city, and these are right at about that 9.5 foot mark. Improper termination, wires terminated the right side of the home. I think this is abandoned, they're not alive today. I think this is probably something old that was there in the past. Okay. You got some open junctions in the attic. So just several areas where they've got wires run into boxes, but no box covers on those. You got an improperly terminated wire in the attic. I don't think this is in service. I didn't have any power to it as well. You got several wires run through the attic that are not properly secured. Recommend getting those secured. Your living room ceiling fan wobbled when we tested that. Tighten up the parts or balance that. So in the hallway closet, I've got 2 switches. I don't know what they go to. I've got 2 switches in the living room. I don't know what they go to. So talk to homeowners, see if they have any history on that. These may have gone to outlets or switch, on the walls that are no longer in service. You got 1 outlet that's loose to the wall in the living room, tighten that up. You got a missing cover plate out in the garage, put one on for safety. Your GFCI at the rear of the home did not work, needs a new GFCI out there, wouldn't trip. No GFCI protection installed in your garage, recommend upgrading for safety. Your main panel located to the right side of the home, all that looks professional, all that looks good. You do have a smoke alarms. I could not get them to work today. Your smoke, no carbon monoxide alarm in the home. Get at least 1 for safety. Your furnace came on, worked great when we tested that. 74 going in, 120 coming out, doing great. You got a little bit of air loss at your heat and air unit. We're sealing up that heat and air unit to keep more air from blowing into that mechanical closet. You got some ducts that are disconnected in the crawl space. So we're not getting any airflow from a couple of the ducts. This duct over here is getting minimal airflow through, so it tells me it's partially disconnected. And then this one is completely disconnected. Not in all this is. This is the bathroom. Your filters are at the unit. Just document it so they know where they're at.
Why did it look like it was disconnected? Did it look like an animal? Did it look like
it looked like that plumber, when the plumber was right there, he just didn't get it reconnected right. It fell off. Okay. So it doesn't look like it's animal damage or anything.
How much of the crawl space were you able to crawl?
Was not able to get over here very much, and not very much over the master bedroom, just because of the ductwork.
Okay, in the way. It appears all look pretty good besides that one.
Except for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I was able to see quite a bit of it. Your gas vent pipes are technically too close to the roofing materials, should be 2 foot higher than anything within 10 feet of them. Your chimney, you got some bricks that are twisted out of position and parging not done at your chimney flue. And then right up here, you can see where the chimney liner has disconnected from the flue box and actually offset. So if you burn a fire in there, it's going up, not into the flue, it's going up between the flue and the brickwork. So I would recommend not using that chimney in its current condition at all. Vent clearance for your gas furnace vent. Your vent connection in the unit itself is improper, should be fastened or secured in place. This is another combustion air supply vent. And this is your gas vent as it goes up and out. Something leaking in the past, nothing wet today. Catch basins below it as well. Probably something that got resolved at some point in the past. When they installed your liner, it's backwards. They installed the pipe running, they ran it down this way instead of up. So all of your connections should be that your connection goes in and goes into the larger piece.
Fireplace liner?
This is your gas vent pipe for your fireplace, or for your furnace. So they just need to get up there and take all these pieces apart, flip them around, and get them to go in the right direction. This just can allow gases to escape out of there. Vent clearance again. Cracking at the rear of the firebox. No log holder. Your AC came on, worked great when we tested that. That is a 2016 unit. So 74 and 55, so that's 16 degree. Yeah, 16 degree split. Your fins, somebody used a pressure washer when they cleaned that, damaged the fins a little bit. AC not equipped with a safety switch, float switch, or a pan, so recommend getting one of those installed for safety. Not very low insulation up in the attic. We recommend full insulation up there. Foundation vents are closed, get those opened up. It's very dry in the crawl space, so I'm not overly concerned about this, but we always like to have that airflow going through there. You got this one foundation vent that's below grade, just allows moisture to get in there. Recommend putting a curb on that. You got your bathroom exhaust vents going to the attic as well. Your thermostatically controlled fan, the cover's missing on that. I did turn that on and it did come on today.
That's what that was.
That big metal up in, yeah. No anti-tip bracket installed for the stove, just child safety thing. Then there's a trim that goes along that to keep you from dropping things behind that. Recommend getting that installed. That's it.